I'm here to be an all-time great.
You're now rocking with the best.
Purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
Welcome to the Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast.
Oh, he's smoking hot.
The latest Laker news.
Another great Showtime feed.
The greatest Lakers show.
This is going to be legendary for a long time.
This is the Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast.
Lakers all day.
Go Lakers!
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Bigbabyjonathan here. Welcome to the latest edition of the Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast. On today's show, I'm going to be talking about the Lakers versus the Clippers. The restart of the season starts on Thursday. The Battle of Los Angeles. I'm going to break down the keys to the game, what the Lakers need to do to beat this Clipper team, and Anthony Davis might not play due to an eye injury. Frank Vogel's concerned about that. We'll get into that as well. And who's going to be the X factor on Thursday's game? Alex Caruso, Dwight Howard, J.R. Smith, or Dion Waiters? We'll discuss that and more throughout the show. But first, we're going to talk about the keys to the game for the Lakers versus the Clippers. For me, the keys to the game for the Los Angeles Lakers to beat the Los Angeles Clippers is offensive rebounding, defense rebounding, second chance points, limit turnovers, transition defense, make free throws, play defense, and also don't let the Clippers shoot threes, force them to drive. So I'm going to go back to the offensive rebound, defensive rebounding, because the Lakers need to get the offensive rebounds and putbacks, because that Clipper team has some talented players over there like Montrezl Harrell, Zubac, JaMychal Green. So we have to do a good job of boxing out, getting the boards, because if we get the boards defense rebounding, we'll win. Rebounding is key, and I'm gonna say this: no rebounds, no rings. No rebounds, no rings. Just that simple. If you don't rebound the basketball in today's NBA, you're not winning a championship. Rebounding is key in the NBA, in my opinion. Maybe your opinion may be different. Mine is, if you don't rebound, you don't win. Rebound, no rings. Dwayne Wade said that, and Pat Riley too, so they know what they're talking about. Defensive rebounding, offensive rebounding, second chance points is our goal too as well. Second chance points. Let's say LeBron misses a jumper, JaVale McGee gets the offensive rebound, puts it back up. That's second chance points. You know what I mean? We need that second chance points to go up, because I'm keep it real. I always keep it real on my show. This Clipper team is going to be a tough battle. We're going to compete at the highest level. I'm looking forward to what the Lakers bring out in the second half of the start of the season in the Orlando bubble. I'm excited. I'm very, very, very excited. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough task, because they got Kawhi, Paul George, Reggie Jackson. They got guys that compete at the highest level, but they're missing Lou Williams. So what the Lakers need to do is this is for the keys to the game. Also, too, I'm going to throw in there right now. Don't let somebody get their career high on you. Don't let Reggie Jackson get his career high on you, or Zubac. And if you have a lead, build on it, please. Don't just, okay, Lakers are up 20 in the third quarter. No. Build on the lead. Build on the lead. Don't relax. And when you up big, don't relax. I don't care if you have to blow this Clipper team out by 30 to 40 points if you have to. Because sometimes the Lakers give up leads, man. They relax, and then sometimes they lose the game. That's what I have. Also, I got some more stuff on keys to the game. Limit turnovers. Limit turnovers as well. Because if you limit the turnovers, you're going to win. And if you turn the ball over, turnovers are key too. Are a thing that if you turn the ball over, it can be a momentum shift. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we need great passing and ball movement, because we don't want to turn the ball over against this Clipper team, because they can get out in transition and they can shoot that three You know, throw lobs, Kawhi to Paul George to Kawhi. We don't want to see that transition on us. We want to execute on offense and don't turn the ball over. And also too, man, get back in transition. Transition defense, we got to get back in transition. So if we turn the ball over, we got to get back. And if we score, we got to get back. You know what I mean? I want to see these layups all the time and getting blown by. I want to see that tough. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, I want to see that slide the feet and move and play that tough defense. I don't want to see open three-pointers. I want to see this Laker team play that tough defense that we know of. You know, we know this Laker team can play defense, but I want to see this Laker team play with passion, hustle, grit, grind on Thursday, which they will because they hear the talking. You know, they hear the talking that everybody talks about. Oh, Clippers this, Clippers that, Clippers this. They can't beat the Clippers. They can't beat the Clippers. They hear it. And when we beat the Clippers on Thursday, there's going to be no excuses. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that on Thursday. I'm just looking forward to the NBA being back in general. I'm just excited. You know? And make free throws. Also, too, you got to make your free throws. You know, if you have an opportunity, if the Lakers are up 7 with 5 minutes to go, you put the game from 7 to 9 if you make free throws. I don't want to see Lakers miss free throws and then Paul George hits a 3 and it changes the momentum of the game. No. You got to make your free throws. Everybody on the team has to make free throws. Lakers have to shoot a good percentage from the free throw line on Thursday. Free throws are key. Free throws are really key because those are free throws. They're free. You got to take them. Bop. Knock them down. Wet like water. Shout out to Cass Nasty. You know. So free throws are important in the NBA. We don't want to, you know, like I said, if we're up big, make free throws. And even if we're down by like 3 or 4, we got to make them. You know what I mean? We got to make free throws. You know? We got to make free throws. You know? And also, too, force this Clipper team to drive. You know, if Paul George is at the three-point line, force him to drive. If you get beat on that back end, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, AD going to help you. I'm telling you guys. You know, I'm telling you guys this because this happened. You know, we get beat a lot, and guess who'd be on the back end? Dwight, JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis. You know, so we need to do that. Force them to drive. We don't want to have Shamet shoot threes, Paul George, Kawhi. You know, JaMychal Green could shoot threes, you know. And it's going to be a tough battle on the boards as well. I know force them to drive, but because if we force them to drive and they miss, Joakim Noah's there, JaMychal Green, Montrezl Harrell, and Joakim Noah and LeBron battling that again, you know. Am I expecting them to go at it? You know, it's going to be competitive. Get ready for some talking from Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley was talking during the summer once the season was announced it was coming back. They was doing a lot of talking. I know he was. Paul George was. So we're gonna see what Paul George and Patrick Beverley bring that same energy. What you talked about LeBron. You know, bring that same energy. I want to see that same energy that you were tweeting about. I want to see it on the court, man. You know, I want to see it on the court. I'm just excited for the season, man. It's gonna be very competitive. At the end of the day, it's 8 games to get geared up for the playoffs. You know, we could still have a good record going into the playoffs, but we got to win at least coming out at least 4 or 5 in a row, or maybe 2 here, 2 there. We got to win. You know, we want to get that. I know that everybody's talking about, oh, no, seeding doesn't count home court. I want to have the best record overall in the NBA because I want to just have the best court and the best record in the NBA and then best team in the NBA. Because if you have the best record in the NBA, you're the best team in the NBA. So I want to have that. I want to have that. I want to get the championship done because this playoffs, for the bubble, man, it's going to be tough for anybody that comes out of this bubble as champions. It's going to be the grit, grind, you know, the grit and the grind, you know. So whoever comes out of this bubble as NBA champions, they deserve it. They deserve it. You know, it's not going to be an abstract title, none of that, because this team, the Lakers, if they win this championship, in my opinion, let me know what you think in the comments. Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast fans in the comments. Once I post this, let me know what you think. If the Lakers win this year's championship, would it be the best championship in the history of the franchise? I think it would be, because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I think it would be the best championship in the Laker history, because what they went through this year. Kobe passing away. RIP to Kobe. And Gigi and 7 other passengers. on that plane. Then the pandemic happened. And then all that stuff around the world, and then now they're in the Orlando bubble. If we can get this championship done, it'd be the best, in my opinion, in Laker franchise history. Now let's get into some Anthony Davis news. Frank Vogel says he's concerned that Anthony Davis's eye is still bothering him. He didn't practice today. Frank Vogel said he's concerned, but they're going to do round-the-clock treatment on his eye and all that stuff, and he's hopeful he can play. But it's concerning, you know. But let's say, hypothetically, Anthony Davis doesn't play. It's going to be a big loss. Let me tell you why it's going to be a big loss for the Los Angeles Lakers. Because Anthony Davis is our heart and soul of this defense. He is the heart and soul of the defense. When he's in there defensively, this Laker team's hard to beat. You know, him blocking shots, you know, protecting that rim, protecting everyone. Anthony Davis is turned up on that defensive end. It's going to be quiet. It's going to be turned up. You know, Anthony Davis is going to be turning up if he plays. But let's say if he doesn't, Dwight Howard's going to have to step up. JaVale McGee's going to have to step up. And we may have to play Devontae Kaycock or Kufis Antetokounmpo, which is Giannis's brother. You know, we may have to throw some guys out there that haven't been in the rotation, you know. Avery Bradley's not playing. Avery Bradley's not over in the bubble. Rondo's still going to be out 6 to 8 weeks, possibly coming back in the Western Conference Finals. And there's so much stuff that Lakers are going to have to figure out if Anthony Davis doesn't play on Thursday. But for me, my opinion, I think he's going to play, in my opinion. You know, because he can just get the goggles like James Worthy or get the mask like the Kobe and LeBron and Rip Hamilton. You know, I know a lot of players don't like to play with that mask or anything, but for me, you got to do it. You know, if that's just me. But if the Lakers training staff said his eye is not ready enough for him to play, I understand it. You know, it's all good if you don't play, in the sense of if your eye affects you on the court, then don't play. You know, that's just how I feel. But hopefully you play AD. Hopefully the eye gets better by Thursday. You know, we need you on the court, man. And now we're getting into LeBron James versus Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. My thoughts about that matchup, man. I want to see LeBron go at Kawhi Leonard. You know what I mean? I want to see him go at him. You know what I mean? I want to see him go at him. I want to see him turn up like he did against Milwaukee. And then against the Clippers again. I want to see that LeBron James. I want to see him diving for loose balls. I want to see him facilitating, yelling, screaming like he was in those exhibition games. I want to see him translate it into the regular 8-game season. Because when LeBron is that mindset, he's highly motivated. He's around this team. He's just focused than ever. He wants to prove all the haters wrong. You know, he especially, in my opinion, he wants to prove Skip Bayless wrong because he's just, you know, he hears what Skip Bayless talks about him. He hears it. You know, he hears the noise. The Laker team hears the noise. So what we're going to do as players, take that as motivation, fuel to the fire, and get this job done, get this number 17 championship. Because at the end of the day, LeBron's going to turn up in this playoffs. You can guarantee that. You know, and if LeBron turns up in this playoffs, which I think he's going to do, I think it's going to be the best performance in LeBron's career, in my opinion. You know, and if he gets the championship done, it'll be the best in his career, getting this championship. Because, like I said, Kobe Bryant passing away, the pandemic, stoppage. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited for this opportunity for LeBron to prove everybody wrong. You know, he's going to prove his doubters wrong, like he always has since he got into the league. You know, so I expect LeBron to turn up. You know, and LeBron's in shape. He's leaner. He's quicker. Nobody can guard him one-on-one. LeBron's going to barbecue chicken, get out of my way. You know, we need to see that LeBron in the post. You know, quit settling for jumpers. Get to the line. Attack to the basket. I want to see LeBron attack, attack, attack. You know, if Montrezl Harrell's on you, you know, bully ball, pump fake, throw it to Danny Green, then get in the post, go to work. I want to see LeBron go to work if AD doesn't play. I want to see LeBron put the ball in the post and go to work. And if they double team, we got to make our shots. Because there's a possibility that if Anthony Davis doesn't play, that the Clippers are going to double team LeBron. And if they do, if 2 or 3 guys are at LeBron, cut to the basket because LeBron's going to find you. You got to have your hands ready, Lakers. You got to have your hands ready because there was games in the scrimmages where LeBron threw a no-look pass to Dan Green, hit him in the face because he wasn't paying attention. You got to be ready. You got to have your eyes open. You got to have your eyes open because if you don't have your eyes open, the ball's going to hit you in the face. And you're going to be on Shaqtin' a Fool. We don't want to see this Laker players on Shaqtin' a Fool, man. You know, we don't want to see none of that. And I want to see, like I said, LeBron come out. And it's going to be a tough battle, but it's going to be LeBron versus Kawhi. But it's Lakers versus Clippers as well. But overall, I want to see LeBron attack Kawhi. I want to see LeBron get up in him because Kawhi's been struggling in this summer league not summer league, excuse me, exhibition. He's just been struggling. He's been shooting horrible, And here's the crazy thing. You know what they said on the sports radio shows? Oh, it's just exhibition. He'll get under him. I'm not worried. But if that was LeBron James or Anthony Davis, you guys would be saying, oh, I'm worried about the Lakers because Anthony Davis and LeBron are struggling in exhibition. No, they're not. They played great. They just geared up for the 8 games. I'm excited. But like I'm saying, man, the media needs to start holding the Clippers accountable of their nonsense. They need to start getting held accountable of their nonsense. Lou Williams left the bubble to attend a friend's grandfather's funeral, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, people. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then after that, he was in, I believe, Atlanta, and he had his face mask on, or his mask from the Orlando bubble, and he was turning up with some rapper. And then I guess he went to Magic City to get some wings, and I guess it was I believe it was a club where they turn up. So, and the NBA put him on a 10-day quarantine, and he's gonna miss the 2 seeding games. He's not gonna play versus the Lakers, and I'm gonna get into that real quick. I understand that you left for the bubble to go attend your friend's grandfather's funeral. I understand that, but you could have curbside picked up that food, man. To me, it seems like your mindset wasn't on the championship. That's just how I feel. Look at Caruso. Caruso left, or not left. He didn't even attend his sister's wedding because his mindset is on the championship. They're all focused. But I understand why Lou Williams left to a certain extent. You gotta, it's a family friend. You go take care of it. But, that just made me seem like him after he attended that funeral. And after that, after he attended the funeral and went to the party, and I saw a picture with the rapper and then the wings thing. And I agree with Kendrick Perkins too. It was childish. He was wrong for that. I agree with Kendrick Perkins. Zion Williamson is a rookie and is doing more mature things than Lou Williams at this point right now. I'm not bashing Lou Williams. I'm just keeping it real. Lou Williams was wrong for going to hanging out with the rapper and then going to get the wings, because you could have got the wings on the curbside pickup, man. Because what if you would? I know every player gets tested every day, but the rules were saying no leaving to get outside food. Because let me tell you why. Rashard Holmes from the Sacramento Kings went to go get food and got quarantined for 10 days. So they don't take they're taking this seriously. So they got to set an example. They got to set a tone, and it was a good choice for 10-day quarantine and 2 games. I would have given him 3 just to prove a point. Because so that's all. That's what I have to say on the Lou Williams front. And now let's get into who's going to be the X factor for the Lakers on Thursday from the bench. Alex Caruso, Dwight Howard, J.R. Smith, or Dion Waiters, or Markieff Morris. To me, man, I'm going to have to say probably Dwight Howard and Alex Caruso. Let me tell you why Dwight Howard. Because Dwight Howard brings that toughness, that energy, that putback. He'll bring that spark. Let's say we're down 5 in the 3rd quarter. Dwight comes in for JaVale McGee, and Dwight brings an impact defensively, offensively, because Dwight could put up some numbers, because he can block shots, run the floor, get layups, dunks, his mindset is right. He's a different person, a different player. I love his game, I love his hustle, everything. So he's an X factor along with Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso played point guard on Saturday against Washington, and he was facilitating, bringing the ball up, telling JaVale McGee set a screen to go underneath the screen, throw a no-look pass to J.R. Smith will hit the 3, and all that good stuff. So Alex Caruso's an X factor also too, man. We got to get into J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters, man. Everybody's talking about we don't got a deep bench. J.R. Smith, Dion Waiters, and J.R. Smith can create their own shot along with Kuzma. And we can have let LeBron rest for a little bit. Let LeBron rest for like 2 or 3 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You know, we can do that because Deion Waiters can score the basketball. He had 16 points and 6 assists. J.R. Smith had 21 points, shot 6 for 7 from the 3-point line. And if J.R. Smith and Deion Waiters play like this, along with Alex Caruso, with the implementation of this team, man, this Laker team is going to be hard to beat, man. Because once this Laker team clicks, it's been like they've been doing good, but they haven't clicked. Like, blow teams out, relaxing on the bench with ice on these. It hasn't clicked yet. And when it does click, it's going to be over because this Laker team is talented at both ends of the floor. Frank Vogel's doing a great job of coaching. Lionel Hollins is doing a great job of coaching for the assistant coach, along with Jason Kidd. This Laker team deserves a lot of credit, and we got to put respect on JaVale McGee's name too, man. I'm tired of people disrespecting JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee, his defense ability, blocking shots, run the floor, he could put up 15 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. He's capable of doing that. You know what I mean? So we got to put respect on his name. And we got to put respect on Rob Pelinka's name. Because I feel like he deserves Executive of the Year. He got J.R. Smith and Deion Waiters off free agency. He didn't have to give up anything for those 2 players. So if the Lakers win the championship, which I think we'll win the championship, and I feel like we are going to win the championship because it's just, we deserve, Lakers deserve a ring. We deserve it, man. We got to go prove it, but I feel like we deserve it because of what we've been through this year. So at the end of the day, Laker Nation, at the end of the day, I want to see this championship get hosted up in Orlando. We'll be champions. Because last time we went to Orlando, the Lakers won a championship with Kobe Bryant against the Orlando Magic. We won 4-2. Actually, 4-1, excuse me. Holding up that trophy, man. But I'm excited. I'm very excited. But I'm going to end this Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast. I have merch out. I have Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast merch and BBJ Squad merch. So go to my Instagram, click the link in the description, use promo code BigBaby24, get 15% off, and send me a screenshot of proof. I'll give you a shout out on my Instagram. Have people go follow you. So until then, Laker Nation, have a blessed day. We'll talk soon, Laker Nation. Peace out. One love. Go Lakers, baby. Woo!